welcome back to my channel. And today is Scrap Stash and Mayhem Day. And I have a few things that I've been playing with. I am working again on my Curator's cabinet journal for the year-long event that Mandy has going over in her group, Junk Journal Picks with Sunflowers and Doors. And I'm combining this because I'm also working with her beautiful kit, and that is Delicate French Florals, and I'm working in pink. She has it in pink and in yellow, but I'm working with pink, and so some of this is going into my Curator's book, and some of this is going into the journal that I'm making. But I'm using my scraps of my laces, my cheesecloth, and on here I used a book page and my paper clips, and so it's a little bit of stash, a little bit of scraps, and of course calming the mayhem. So let's move to this one first. I thought the prompt for, well, starting tomorrow, so I'm actually ahead of the game. Look at that. That's crazy talk. But anyways, it's to use fabric into your journal. So fabric, lace, whatever. So I have a little bit of everything in here. And this is an old sheet that I had. And I thought this color just looks really, really pretty with that. And so I thought we could make one of those. And then I have a completely different idea for the other thing. So I took one of the, on this one here, I did my punch. I did the whale tail punch. This one here, I just did one of the tabs that was actually in one of the kits. In the kit, not one of the kits, in the kit. And so you always, when you're doing these, if you don't know, you always want to make sure that this side is up. Then your paper clip will work. So if we take and just put this underneath here, and I did this, I originally started with putting the cloth just right over top, but it likes to move and get squished. So I found that this works better to put the paper in here first. And I was just playing here. So I'm going to take and glue this down. Of course, I had my glue sitting down, but we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Well, it's not really the nitty-gritty, but for this big bottle, it's the nitty-gritty. And it takes longer to slide on down. And I'm just going to stick this right in here. And I'm going to line it up kind of sort of with the, where the tab beat goes there, on the thicker part. Oh, oh, don't do that. Don't do that. There we go. We'll fix that. There we go. These paper clips are very pliable, bendable, which is okay. There we go. We got back to where we wanted it. So with this one here, I just thought we'd do just a little piece of lace. It doesn't have to be a big amount. My flowers. This one that I'm doing is a little shorter than the first one that I did. It's a little sample. But I just love these colors together, and with the pink, it just it just looks so pretty to me. So I'm just going to give this a little bit of tack in here, just to kind of, I want it to move a bit, but not too much. Okay, and I'm just going to put this off to the side, like so, I think. I kind of like that. And then a little bit of cheesecloth, because the cheesecloth just makes everything look so much better. So I always, in the description of the video, this video, I leave the link where you can join Mandy's Facebook group. And obviously I leave a link where you can join my Facebook group too. Would love to have you. And we will. You can join in the fun in Mandy's group. There's always something going on in my group. You can join in that too. And I will also, if you're interested, I will leave a link to Amanda's Etsy store, where if you're interested in this kit, I'm just showing you a little tiny bit of it. It's a beautiful kit. If you're interested, you can get it. And if you're not interested, you don't have to even look at that. But it's just there just in case you would like. Okay. Now, if I don't have with me a little sentiment. Well, I do somewhere, but I didn't pull it. So I will put a little sentiment on here at some point. But there, that's how easy those are to do. So let's get to this one, because this one's going to be kind of different. I am using it this way. I want to, I'm thinking this through. So I want to fold this about like this. Let's see. Because I'm going to work this, yeah, right about like so. Because I'm going to leave it a little bit. And I wasn't sure. Oh, look at this. This is good. Where the birds shall warble their songs. See, in spring. Oh, that's a good, I'm going to leave that exposed. Because that is a good song words. Because birds are my favorite. Birds, butterflies, dragonflies, you know, all those things. And I'm doing it this way because that other beautiful page is going to be in my book. But I want this like so. I am just going to get my scissors in and burnish this down because I can't find my other thing that usually does this. So just scissors work fine. Just don't cut yourself. Okay, so we're going to glue this down. Now I don't want to glue it down. I don't want a bunch of glue seeping. And I'm not going to, you could make this into a pocket. I, however, am not going to make this into a pocket. Am I going to make this into a pocket? I don't think so. Should I? Should I? I don't know. No, I'm not going to make it into a pocket. But I'm just putting a thin amount of glue. It doesn't need a lot, and I don't want the glue to seep through. And because of this material, I feel confident it's not going to really seep through. I didn't put much on there. And I'm just going to lightly straighten this out. It's crooked. This glue, as you can tell, is very good for adhering fabric. I'm quite happy with it. So with this here, we've got this in place now. Okay, so I could take and round these corners. I could tear this edge a little bit. I think I'm going to tear the edge a little bit. That's what I'm going to do. Just because the frayed edge of the material and frayed edge of the paper. Until you get right to this back piece here that doesn't. I must have some glue there or something. There we go. There we go. I like that. It doesn't, it's not huge. It's just a subtle little difference there. Okay. And I'm going to take and I'm going to ink this. This inked. It's so pretty. Oh, this is such a pretty kit. And pink is like my favorite color, so of course I had to work with the pink. That was just a must. Okay, so I'm going to leave this at that for now. Okay. So I have this chunk here that I thought I would just kind of put in. I'm going to cut this off right about here. I'm just going to, don't want to cut too much. There we go. And I just want to have this down a little bit. Like so, I think. Sticks over the edges a little bit, gives me that little bit of, and I need to, first let's work with this. There we go. And we're just going to put a little bit of glue here, a little bit of glue on this, because this is the, and if you do get glue, just make sure you're using the stuff that dries clear. And this dries clear. This is really nice glue. And it's not horribly expensive. That's what I find. And it doesn't stink. Some of the glues that are made for fabric really likes to stink, and I don't like that. Okay, so we're just going to leave that like that and let that dry a little bit. There we go. And then we're going to, I have this beautiful flower right to go in there. I have to admit, I always seem to work cheesecloth into my projects, but I forget about the fabrics and the laces. So this was a nice gentle reminder to remember that stuff. Okay, and I am going to, I don't like this roll thing, so I try to spread it out as much as I can and then cut off what doesn't want to behave. Where'd it go? There it is, hooked onto my scissors. Okay, so I am going to ink these edges just a little bit. Just to give it a little bit of definition. And I think we're going to place this on here, and we're going to let this go about like this. We don't need this big long tail here. I want a little bit of tail, but not that. It doesn't have to be that long. Okay, so I'm going to get this. I really have you zoomed in, don't I? Well, hopefully you're not. I don't, what was I doing yesterday that I have you so closely zoomed in? You can read the number on the bottom of my bottle, I'm sure, can't you? All right. just going to lay that this way. And I don't know. We're going to put a little glue right here because we want that to stick down there very well. A little glue here. Oh, that's off there. Get that off of there. There we go. Okay, and then this here is from a piece that I cut off to do the whale tail punch. And this was left over undisturbed, so I thought, oh, that would go really nicely in there. So let's get that in there. Let's see, I got cheesecloth on my glue. Okay. And we're just going to put, I think we'll put this, I think we'll put it right there. There. And that just holds that down a little bit more. Okay, so then what I want to do with this, I'm going to grab my book. Grab my book, get this out of the way. Those paper clips are a great thing to have as a stash builder too. Okay, where are we going to put this? Oh, that one's already quite heavy. Let's see, that one. We're starting to get filled up. This one here, I like this page here. So I think, let's pull this one out. Should we pull this one out? Or just do it in here? Oh, let's pull it out. Can we pull it out? Let's see. What else we got on here? It should be you right here. Nope. You. There we go. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. So I think because I used, there we go. I think I want to use a page in here. Oh dear. Do you see what I did? Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, well, if you're going to do this, make sure your words from your page and your design are the right way. Okay, so we're going to have to cover that up. Well, that just is sad. Okay, so I am going to put, let's see, I have got paper here, I'm certain, somewhere. Let's see, where do I got paper? I don't want to use that, don't want to use that. Hold on. Hold on. Why I didn't think I had paper is beyond me. Okay, so I am going to take this first. This is just a piece of scrap. And I'm just going to give it a little tear. But I see, let's do it like this, because I see that edges. I want that edge. So, oops, like this. That's what I want to keep exposed. And I'm going to just put you up here. Like so. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. Now, I can take and let's just tear just a wee bit here. I could have just did that right off the bat, couldn't I have? Whatever. Whatever. I've only had a couple sips of my coffee today so far. my goodness. There we go. Okay, there we go. That was painful to watch, wasn't it? Okay, so I'm going to take this, and I'm going to leave this because I don't mind that at all, but I am going to give this a little bit of a inking. I'm not going to do the, well, I might as well do the top. I don't know how much I'm going to leave exposed. I do want this to be a writing spot exposed by our little clip. Now, because this paper is kind of thin, I'm going to see what this glue will do to this paper before I get too crazy. I'm just going to give that a quick glue down there and see what it does. Oh, did I? Wow, that paper is thin. Well, I have that one inked. We'll put that on that one. Okay, so let's just quickly give this a little... Wow, that paper is very thin. And look at it. The glue isn't seeping through it too bad. This paper is old art paper. I'm just going to glue that in there right now. My goodness. And I'm just going to glue it around the edges, I believe. Won't go too crazy. Maybe just like that. See how that works. And if I have to re-glue something over top of it, then I have to glue something over top of it. No biggie. There we go. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing on here. Sorry, my glue ball is right up in your face, isn't it? I know it is. I could move you, but I don't have the little fancy dancy where I can just zoom you out smoothly. I gotta lift you up. Okay, so I don't know where that is. Okay, so what I want to do now that I've done this upside down, I want to put this like this, I believe. And I am going to make this a pocket. So we're going to go here and here and here. Like so. And we're just going to put, oops, I got my finger in the glue. Let's make sure we're away from the edge here. There we go. And I can see this needs a little bit of glue here. Let's do little dots, little dots. There we go. There we go. So we have this now. And now, unplanned, but let us find something in here. We could make that, oh, let's do that. What is she doing? What is she doing? I'm going to make this a little pocket. Or not a pocket, a little, I don't know, we'll see. It might have to be a little pocket or a little tuck thing. It can be a little, we'll see. Right now, we're going to do it as a little belly band type thing. Right side up. Push that down good enough. Okay. And let's see, what else else we got in here? We got lots of little goodies in here, I'm telling you. Now, this we could put this way. And yeah, that'll work. Okay. Then I get my flowers back. And for this one, this one, I'm going to glue the top and bottom here, and we'll make it like a little belly band tuck spot. Going the opposite way. Right, and then let's make sure that we are, there we go. There we go. Now, I'm going to create some different tags, and we'll do that maybe another day. And there we go. That's pretty. I like that. So we got a tuck spot here, we got a tuck spot here, we got a tuck spot there. And I will decorate this up with maybe some stamps or something. We'll see. But that's going to be it for me today. And I am sure in our next week, somewhere around the road, there will be a prompt that's going to let me finish that off. And I forget where I got it from, so let's just see which one of my signatures seems a little thinner. Oh, maybe this one. No, I didn't get it from there. Does it matter? No. Okay, well, let's just put it right here. Yeah, let's just put, that's a thick one too. Whatever, just put it in, right? Just get it in there. So let's put it in between this. Lift it up. Oh, that's why it's not going in there. And I'm going to try to slide it in. Try to slide it in right here. There we go. It's probably easier than this. I'm trying to be careful. Don't know why. There we go. There we go. So there's another pretty page done and ready to go. Yay! So thank you for joining me today, and we'll see you next Saturday for another prompt. And you have yourselves a great weekend. Bye-bye.